One of my best friends married an illegal immigrant. We had this conversation at dinner, and I said to her, I am sorry that you decided to break the law.
You said to her, you need to be deported?
I saw this video last night on CNN. I was waiting for the clip to be posted so that I can make this reaction video and talk to you guys a little bit about it. So Abby Phillip on NewsNight with Abby Phillip had this panel discussion. You know, they have their evenly, I wouldn't say evenly distributed, but, you know, they have like their different opinion guests and pundits and things like this. This MAGA pundit literally says he had dinner with his best friend and his family. His wife is an undocumented illegal immigrant. And while they're eating dinner, he tells her, I am sorry that you came here illegally and that you committed a crime. And if you get deported, don't call me for help. Let's take a listen of this because I was stunned watching this. Check this out.
That we're talking about, you would be standing with us.
Texas,
you would be standing with us.
Do you know them?
Yes,
Yeah,
and I go back to, I've had conversations. One of my best friends married an illegal immigrant. We had this conversation at dinner, and I said to her, I am sorry that you decided to break the law. There are a lot of Americans that break laws, and they go to jail, and there's a consequence for your actions.
So nannies in the park with babies. So nannies in the park with babies.
We have a grand conversation, and you have one-sided where you say your side's the only side that's right, and my side's right. You said you kicked me out of that.
You don't know me, so don't tell me what I have.
You told me you have a friend whose wife is
he married an illegal immigrant. They have children that are in this country.
And you said to that person,
I had them on my show.
Okay, I know. I'm just making sure we understand.
I
think it's a very interesting.
His best friend's wife is an illegal immigrant or undocumented immigrant, and he had her on his show.
Because it's an important conversation.
You said to her, you need to be deported?
I said the same thing that my dad said to me if I ever got arrested. Don't expect me to bail you out. You're accountable for your actions.
So what did you say
And
to
what
her?
I said to her was this. I think you're an incredible human being. I love that you have this love with your family, your friends. It doesn't erase your kindness or your love, the fact that you broke the law.
Did you call ice on her?
I'm not going to call ice on someone.
See, that is where, so they're asking him, okay, well, if your best friend's wife is an undocumented immigrant and you say that illegal immigrants need to be deported because they broke the law, did you call ICE on her? Did you report her? Because she's breaking the laws that you are saying everybody else is breaking that needs to be deported immediately. Let's listen to the rest of this.
Let me finish. I'm going to tell you exactly why. It's a great question. Because they were working through the process with lawyers while this was happening.
But you know what?
A lot of people are doing that.
Let me finish.
So this is exactly what they were just talking about. They said people are going to their ICE or their hearings. They're going to their immigration hearings. People who have legal status who are following all the rules of like, okay, well, you got to check in on this day. You have a hearing on this day to revisit your case and everything. They go to these hearings, are told, all right, everything is good. This is going to be the next time you check in, blah, 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 da. They leave the hearing and then ICE is in the hallway and decides, forget what the judge just ruled. We don't care. We are going to arrest you and send you to a prison camp in El Salvador, or we're going to deport you immediately to another country. That's what's currently happening. So for him to make the argument of they are working with lawyers and all that stuff, well, a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are doing it. I know so many people who are doing that right now. They are working with lawyers, filing the correct paperwork, showing up to their hearings. And then I personally don't know anyone who has been, taken at their hearings. However, the degrees of separations are not that far.
And if she goes to a hearing, she could be deported right now.
If you have someone on your show who's an illegal immigrant and you have them on when you're having the conversation, everybody knows this is taking place. That's number one. Number two, they'd already had an interaction with law. They were already going through the process.
Wait, hold on. But Bren,
this is not hard.
I'm glad we're on this because we were just discussing that exact scenario. Many of these people, this is DHS policy now. They're in a courtroom because they are undocumented right now, but they're going through a legal process to normalize their status. And what DHS is doing to those people and might do to your friend's wife is say, actually, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to toss this case, and when you walk out of the store, we're going to put you in an ICE detention facility.
That is happening.
So that is the scenario that we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
Run on that.
I go back to the point that I made earlier. We are either a nation of laws or we're not.
Okay, and that's the point. We're either a nation of laws or we're not. So why didn't you call ICE on your best friend's wife? If you're saying that we need to be a nation of law, why didn't you do that? Right? You're beating the drum saying all these undocumented immigrants need to be deported. They committed a crime by definition by just crossing the border. This is the most fascinating thing about these pundits and Trump supporters. They will say these types of things. However, when it comes back to them, there should be an exception made. You know, so he's sitting here saying that he had this undocumented immigrant on his show and all of that to talk about their story. And then you're saying everybody else needs to be deported, but this is my best friend's wife, so an exception needs to be made for her. So like you said, we're either a nation of laws or we're not. I don't know, man. It's always, until it happens to me, it's fine to happen to everyone else. Case in point, also, you know, Trump said that ICE needs to stop going after undocumented immigrants who are on farms, who work in hospitality, right? Because the agriculture lobby is one of the biggest lobbies in Washington, D.C. Trump owns a chain of hotels where I'm sure I would feel like it'd be fair to assume there are a lot of undocumented immigrants who work there, you know, as housekeepers, as cleaners, as maintenance, as lawn care workers, landscape workers, a lot of these laborious jobs, meat packing plants, all of that. So you're saying he did roll it back, but the fact that he even took the step to be like, okay, well, don't go after people in this sector, go after everybody else. There are not enough people to perform these mass deportations that he's saying need to take place, because there are not these violent criminals. These are people who are working every day trying to make a better life for themselves and for their family. A lot of these people have been here for so long, have kept their head down, have not gone into any kind of legal trouble, and now they are finding themselves being arrested in the hallways at their court hearings.